and those currently serving in the uniformed services of the United States of America are ever mindful that the sweetness of enduring peace has always been tainted by the bitterness of personal sacrifice. We are compelled to never forget, while we enjoy our daily pleasures, there are those who have endured and may still be enduring the agonies of pain, deprivation, and imprisonment. The POW MIA issue is not unique to any one particular war or period in history. We know there were 4,452 unaccounted troops from World War I, 73,515 unaccounted troops from World War II, 7,846 unaccounted troops from the Korean War, 126 unaccounted troops from the Cold War, and 1,627 unaccounted troops from the Vietnam War. Before we continue the ceremony this day, let us pause for a moment to recognize our prisoners of war and missing in action. We call your attention to the small table which occupies a place of dignity and honor. It is set for one, symbolizing the fact that members of our armed forces are missing from our ranks. They are referred to as POWs and MIAs. However, we call them brother. We call them sister. They are unable to be with their families and friends this day, so we join together to pay humble tribute to them and to bear witness to their continued absence and sacrifice.
This table, set for one, is small, symbolizing the frailty of one prisoner alone against his or her oppressors. Remember, the tablecloth is white, which is symbolic of the purity of their intentions to respond to their country's call to arms. Remember, the single red rose in the vase signifies the blood they have shed in sacrifice to ensure the freedoms of our beloved United States of America. This rose also reminds us of the family and friends of our missing brothers and sisters who keep the faith, awaiting their return. Remember, there's a slice of lemon on the bread plate, which reminds us of their bitter fate. Remember, the salt sprinkled on the bread plate represents the countless fallen tears of the families as they continue to wait for answers. Remember, the glass is inverted. They cannot drink with us today. Remember, the chair is empty. They are not here. Remember, the candle is reminiscent of the light of hope, which lives in our hearts to illuminate their way home, away from their captors and into the open arms of a grateful nation. Remember, many of our brothers and sisters may never return. They have made the supreme sacrifice to ensure your freedom. Remember.
We pray to the Supreme Commander that all of our brothers and sisters will be home where they belong. We pray for a full accounting of all our troops from all wars, so there can be closure for their families and friends. We pray that God watches over them, protects them and their families, but most of all, we pray that we all remember. Thank you.